Everyone wants to be rich, but here's the harsh reality. People are making mistakes every single day that are keeping them poor. And that's what we're going to cover in this video. Hey everyone, Antonius here. Today we are going to talk about 4 common traps that many of us fall into and are costing us money, and sometimes a lot of money. And all you have to do, start doing them. Sounds pretty easy, right? Number 1 on our list, and I've mentioned it before in one of my previous videos, is living beyond your means. I know, it's quite easy, isn't it? You're making decent money and you want to buy the new iPhone, new designer clothes, or even a brand new car that turns heads. But here's the thing, if you are spending more than you earn, and even worse, if you rely on credit cards or even loans, simply to keep up appearances, that's when things start to spiral. I get it. In the short term, it seems quite amazing. Who doesn't want to buy something new? But the reality is very simple. If you are burning through your income every day to maintain a certain lifestyle, then what do you think is going to happen next month when your credit bill comes and you won't be able to cover it? Wealth is not about how much you make, it's how much you keep and grow. If you're not able to understand this right now before it's too late, then you are preparing yourself for a very long-term financial stress. Instead of chasing temporary highs, take a step back and ask yourself, do I really need this, or I'm just doing it to keep up appearances? It's all about creating the balance, enjoying life now so your future self won't have many problems. The solution is very simple. Try keeping up a budget, learn where your money is going, cut down any unnecessary things that you don't need, and refocus on what truly matters. Personally, I already know how much money I make at the end of the month. I separate my expenses, what I need to pay first. That means bills, food, insurance, any type, doesn't matter. Private lessons for my son, basically just started English, loans and clothing. And then I see what's left. I save it for my future, and when the time comes, I invest it. Mostly on my business and on property. The more I grow those two, the better I'll be in my future. Living within your means doesn't mean depriving yourself. It's about giving yourself the freedom to save, invest, and grow your wealth, so you can live the life you want down the road without the financial pressure. That's simple. So don't try to impress all the others. Try to impress yourself 10 years from now, when you'll see how much you have achieved. Moving on to number 2. So living beyond your means is quite dangerous. But what's even more dangerous for you and your future is surrounding yourself with people that drag you down. The so-called negative people. And like Jim Rohn said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The people around you massively affect the way that you think and act, especially when it comes to money. When you are with people that always say, it's the system's fault, or the game is rigged, or it's the market's fault. That's something we used to say 20 years back. You know what happens then? You start to be like them. I know it doesn't sound right, but that's the reality of things. Their personality will keep rubbing on you. That mindset starts seeping into your own thoughts, which means that pretty soon you are going to start doubting your own self. You're going to start avoiding taking risks and missing out on opportunities because you have adopted their scarcity mind, meaning that you start focusing on what you are lacking instead of what you already have and you could potentially achieve. So what's the fix? Surround yourself with people like you, people that are on growth trajectory, people that are going to support you, going to push you towards your own goals and challenge you to level up. There's a saying that I believe Confucius said that if you are the smartest and most ambitious person in the room, then it's time for you to look for a new room. I know it's not easy to find these kind of people around your own environment, but don't stress. You can search for these people online. If you take for example LinkedIn or X, commonly known as Twitter, then you can find like-minded people like you. You can join groups, follow successful leaders or successful entrepreneurs, financial experts or self-development coaches. The options are limitless. Join conversations, share your thoughts, and don't be afraid to ask anything. The whole point of learning is for you to become better and better. And if you don't take the first steps, trust me, it's going to be more difficult the more that you grow. I'm 40 years old, and the older you get, it doesn't get any easier. I get it. You might say that meeting new people and trying to pursue a new life is quite intimidating. I've been there. I have drifted apart from friends that over time our goals and dreams for the future no longer aligned. But that's okay. You have opportunities to make new connections and new friends. But at the end of the day, you find true friends they are going to support you and encourage you to grow even more. And if that doesn't happen right now, like I said, it's time for you to find a new role. Remember, you don't need a scarcity mind, but an abundance mind. Which means that out there are many opportunities and there is a lot of success for everyone, if you take action and make the right moves. Why do you think I started this YouTube channel? That's the whole idea. Number 3 on our list, relying on only one source of income. In today's fast-paced world, the concept of job security is more of a myth than a guarantee. Whether it's a 9 to 5 or owning a small business or freelancing, whatever you might think of, putting all your financial eggs in one basket is quite risky. If that stream dries up for any reason, you can suddenly find yourself in a very tight spot with no backup plan. All the wealthy people have figured this out, diversifying your income. Multiple income streams act as a safety nest, making you financially resilient when things take a downturn. Whether it's from investments, side hustles, or renting properties, or passive income like dividends or ETFs, stocks, anything you can think of, you are spreading the risk. So when one income hits a roadblock, then you are going to keep afloat and you don't have to start from scratch. And here's the exciting part. Having multiple income streams doesn't just keep you safe, but it also supercharges your growth potential, which means that this gives you more opportunities to save, invest, and grow even faster. The wealthy are always reinvesting the money into new ventures and opportunities, letting their cash work for them in different ways. The more streams you create, the faster you can snowball your way into financial success. What do you think I'm doing here in YouTube? This is my plan B for an extra income. And the idea is very simple. Grow this channel to a point where I can cover my monthly expenses for me, my family, and my business. If I manage to achieve this, what I would have achieved in 20 years, I'm going to do it in the next 10 years. And the more it grows, the less time this is going to take. And that's my next stepping stone. I'm 40 years old, and I believe it's quite achievable. All I have to do, grow this part of my life, which is this YouTube channel, become more educated, to learn more, and to try new things, and take risks every day from now on. It might take 6 months, it might take 12 months, it might take 3 years to do that, but I'm willing to put the effort and time into achieving my new dream. And this comes to number 4 on our list, education. It's one of the most underrated secrets for you to build wealth. A lot of people have this misunderstanding that success comes on its own, but that's far from the truth. If you don't have a solid understanding of how business works, their operations, and how money can work for you, how far do you think you can go in life? You can easily make costly mistakes that are going to keep you stuck in the same place for a very long time. Imagine sailing a ship without having a map. It's impossible. You'll end up lost in a wide sea without knowing what to do, and probably drowning. That's the reality. The same goes for education. Learn first, apply what you have learned, make mistakes, what's going to happen, learn from them and keep moving. But don't stop your education. That's the whole point of your life. Learning. Knowledge is a very powerful weapon. And trust me, most people out there, even people that are in business, don't really have it. And that's what we can take advantage of. You have any idea how many mistakes I have made in my life, both as an employee and a business owner. Maybe if I had taken some time off to simply sit down and study and find a better solution through other people's mistakes, then I could have saved my time a lot of time, effort, and money. And the same now goes for my YouTube channel. I've done my research to start it. I'm going to keep doing research to grow it into a sustainable business that's going to grow more and more over time. That's the plan. So education is your secret weapon, especially financial literacy. Later on we're going to see also about business education, but let's start there. Find books, watch online videos if you want, go to workshops, go to live events, masterminds. I'm not sure exactly what this is yet. All of these are going to give you the tools that you need to make smarter and more informed decisions about your money. Whether it's understanding how compound interest works, leveraging tax strategies, or navigating through the stock market, a bit of financial knowledge can help you squeeze out the most out of your money. Now, a lot of people shy away, like I said, from financial learning because they think it's complicated and difficult. But trust me, even if you learn the basics, you're going to be far ahead of most people out there. And in fact, many wealthy individuals do exactly this. They invest on education. Like I mentioned before, books, seminars, coaching, mentorship, it doesn't matter. Whatever it takes for them to get ahead of their competition. Recently, I was watching a podcast with Alex Hormozy, and I'm pretty sure that everyone knows him. And he mentioned that at some point he paid someone $350,000 simply to fly in for one day. And he said that this was worth everything, every penny that he paid. And that's because it put him ahead of the game by 1 or 2 years, saved him a lot of time and effort, which for him was invaluable. And in the future, this investment that he made is going to return to him 5 or 10 times X. The path to wealth isn't just about grinding harder, it's about working smarter. Make it a habit for yourself. Read financial books, follow experts, and stay up to date with economic trends. And the more you know, the better equipped you are going to be to protect your financial future. Now, I think that's pretty much for this video. I've left some links to extra resources, books, articles. If you have the time, try to read them. It might help you a bit more than I did today. Some of the links, of course, are affiliate links, which means that whatever you purchase from these links, I make something out of it. And this helps you to grow this channel even further. And just to recap the 4 traps that you have to avoid: living beyond your means, surrounding yourself with negative people, relying on one income stream, finally, missing out on your financial education. Remember, building your wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. But if you persist, be patient, and learn from your mistakes, things will get easier over time. I'd love to hear from you, and if you want, you can let me know in the comments below what's one thing that you are trying to avoid and become wealthier yourselves. See you next time, and thank you for watching. Bye.